In this lesson, let's take a look at finding slope again, but this time instead of given a picture, now we're just given two ordered pairs. So we have to remind ourselves slope is change, and this is m, slope is change in y over change in x. Okay, so we're going to have to do a little bit of figuring here, a little bit of calculation to figure out what is my change in y. So I'm going to start with my fraction. The y values are always my second ordered pair. So I want to figure out what the change is. Now, I can go from left to right or from right to left. It really doesn't matter. Let's do it like we read a book. So let's figure out the change from left to right. From 7 to 2 is a change of 5. Okay? Now I need to figure out my change in x. So change in y is done. Let's figure out change in x. My x is always my first value. Well, if I read from left to right to find the change in y, I'm going to find the change in x from left to right as well. So 10, the difference between 10 and 2 gives me 8. Slope always wants to be written as a fraction in lowest terms. 5/8 is in lowest terms. So that is my slope. Same thing. Slope is change in y over change in x. So let's make a fraction. Let's go ahead and figure out my y values first. I'm going to read from left to right. The difference between 7 and 8. Now, order matters here. I'm going from 7 to 8. Okay, my difference would be -1. 7 minus 8 would be -1. Let's do my change in x. From 1 to 3. 1 subtract 3 would be -2. I have a negative divided by a negative, which would be a positive. So my slope would be 1/2. By the way, all of these I could check by graphing. 1, 7, 3, 8. Okay? And I would go up 1, right 2. Same idea, slope, change in y over change in x. Let's go ahead and make our fraction. Let's start with the y values. Going from left to right, 6 minus the 5, that finds the difference between them. The change is a 1. Let's now work the x values. 5 to 10. 5 minus 10 gives me -5. We talked that when we have a negative with slope, it's easiest to put it with the top value. So I'll write this as -1/5. Again, I could check this. If I wanted to, I could get graph paper 5, 6. 5, 6, 10, 5. And that would mean down 1, right 5. And that should be my slope, -1/5.